Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to open a 1950s tackle box that I got at an auction. I go to auctions quite a bit. They're a great place to source. Um, the pros to them, you get stuff really cheap. I mean, I bought this tackle box for $17.50, which was a lot lower than I thought it was going to go. I thought it would go in the $40 to $50 range. But I'll show you kind of what goes into it, here in a second. But this auction I went to, it was really hot outside. There weren't very many people there. A lot of this stuff was not well taken care of. I got some power tools. I got a Dremel. I got a battery charger. Some other things. I mean, stuff was going for $2.50 to $10. I mean, I got a whole box of Ryobi battery tools. They looked in really good condition. I've tested a couple of them out, and everything works so far. I got it for $5. So everything was going cheap. Like I said, this box went for $17.50. It does have some lures. I did see the top of it while I was bidding on it. Unfortunately, they had everything piled up on two trailers, so I couldn't see everything that was in the box. I couldn't even see this box until they started auctioning it, which I think was part of the reason for the lower cost. But like I said, great place to source. The only downside, I mean, at an auction, a lot of times you're there all day. So I got there around 11 o'clock. This one's run by some Amish, so I couldn't get any video. They don't really like you to video at their events. So I wanted to respect that. A lot of Amish run the auctions around here, and I really don't want to ruffle any feathers or anything like that. So no video or anything like that from the auction. But like I said, you can get stuff cheap, but it does. I mean, I was there for almost 4 hours, and I bought enough stuff. I mean, it makes it worth the day, but there are definitely some sourcing opportunities that don't take nearly 4 to 6 hours to go through. So enough of the rambling though. So let's get on to the box. All right, so let's get into the box. As I said, this is a vintage Umco 1000 AS aluminum tackle box. From what I can see, these were real popular back in the 50s. It's got the label right there. You can see it's very dirty. I will clean that up before I sell it. But just this box. So I got the box, like I said, for $17.50 for the box and all the contents. If I can get it cleaned up, it's got a couple dents in it right up here. But if I can get it cleaned up, this should easily sell for $30 to $50. I recently sold another one similar to this for about $100. Now that one was in really good shape. It was in much better shape than this one is, but still should be able to get $30 to $50 for this box. So how these open, they do have a latch right here on the side. So I'm just going to open this up. You can see what we have inside. All right, so right on top you can see there's just some sinkers here, some little hooks. These are pretty rusty. Those will probably go in the garbage. This little box of real lube. There's some more sinkers, some weights. Empty little box here. Some people like to get those little boxes and put them with displays, so I'll probably sell that here locally. Here is a nice little lure. This says it's made in Japan. Some old bobbers. And here is a this is the Northport Nailer big metal lure. It's got some other stuff attached to it there. I'll work on getting all that taken apart, but there's just some miscellaneous line. Here's a couple of real small stoppers. Here is a spoon. Right up there. Now these boxes, they fold apart, so you can see like this, it's got a bunch of stuff underneath it. So this is where I think some of the better stuff is. Here's a nice big, here's a wooden lure. Does not have a name on it, but you can see that right there. And again, I don't know how old this stuff is, but this box is covered in dust, so I don't think it's been used in a very long time. Here is another old lure. There's just some miscellaneous little rubber lures in here as well. Here's another nice big. This is the South Bend Bass Orino. Nice little wood lure here, red and white. I've sold these before. This will probably go in the $8 to $10 range again. It's a little dirty right there on top. But I think I should be able to clean that off. It doesn't look like any damage. It looks like it's just dirty from sitting in this guy's barn for a long time. So here is another. This one says Hedon Magnoli Tapoli. Right there. Nice little, again, wood lure. The wood ones typically are the more valuable ones in my experience doing this. Usually I can sit those out and get decent money off of them. Here's a little jitterbug. Right there. And then these are just little rubber worms. I'll probably just throw these out. I don't know, maybe let my kid throw them in the back. We got a pond in the back, so maybe I'll attach them to a hook and let him use those. This one's pretty damaged, it's got a lot of rust on it. So again, a lot of this stuff will probably not really be anything we're selling. But I made my money back just with the box that I bought and maybe a couple of these lures. So there's a little spoon right there. This one says UTO on it, or U20. Little metal with some orange dots on it. Here are some old bobbers. These things have definitely seen better days, so I will probably either put these in a baggie and sell them local for a couple dollars or just get rid of them. Here's some more weights. Here are a couple small lures. Again, these are all made of wood. Here is a very large weight. Here in Indiana, there's not too many places we would use something like that, but here it is in the box. So here's another one of those, I don't know, frog or something. Here's another old spoon. This one looks like it's wearing off a little bit, but somebody would still probably get something like that and put it for a display. It says Made in USA on the back of it. Here's a Arbocaster. Looks like a frog pattern right there. And again, just some miscellaneous rubber worms. Most of these are melted together, so I'm just going to throw these off to the side here. And then at the top, there's just a couple more little miscellaneous weights and some leaders. And that's about it for this side. So let me break the other side open here. So on this side, first off, we have a couple spark plugs. I'll leave those in there. These are just mainly some rubber worms again, nothing really of value in those rubber worms. Nothing I can really sell, but I may, like I said, give them to my kid and let him fish in the backyard with them. So there's a little spoon there. And this is very, very dusty, as you can tell. So it's been sitting in this barn. The barn I got it in, the guy was 94 years old. He had just moved to assisted living. So who knows how long this stuff had sat in that barn without being used. So there's another little bobber. And another little bobber. Here is a Sonar 431 little lure. Kind of a nice one. That looks in pretty good shape, so that'll probably get me a couple dollars. Now, as far as the bottom of this box, just some random things. Here's some fishing line. Again, this older line, I don't really use it. It is by Shakespeare, so I don't know, but I usually try to get the newer stuff, and I don't really want my line breaking while I'm out there. Here's some big leaders. There's swivels. Here is a bag. Let's see what the bag has in it. A Hawthorne fly fishing reel. So I don't know, that may have some value to it. I'll have to look it up and see what it goes for. I did not know that was in there though, so nice little find. I'll look it up on eBay, see what it goes for. I do live in a fishing community, so there's a chance I could just sell this local. Won't have to mess with eBay or anything like that on it. So here's some other just little miscellaneous boxes. These have some sinkers in them. Here's a box with some little flies in it. These flies, depending on what they are, these don't look like anything special, but those can be worth a lot of money. So you always have to check those and see if they're anything that's worth some money. So there's some other little miscellaneous. Here's a little bobber, an older one. This looks like it's just pretty much rotted out, so there's probably nothing really there. Just looks like a blank one. Here's some more little sinkers. Actually, these are, those are little sinkers. Just a little box of them right there. Little bag, it looks like from a DuPont store. That's what the fly reel was in. Here's some more little flies. These look like older ones. I'll probably sell some of that kind of stuff. We'll sell locally here, or honestly, I may just start using some of this stuff if it's not having any real value to it. Here's a bag of some spoons. As you can see, just some miscellaneous spoons here. These are all made of metal. They all have treble hooks on the end of them. So I'll put them in here. I'll sell these for $1 or $2 a piece, probably here locally. And that's about all that we have in here. We do have this. This is still in the box. It's a famous flatfish, it says. Right in there. And some more little split shot. Here's some more line. A couple internal reels. And it looks like some nasty, disgusting fish bait that has been in here for quite a while. It looks like maybe egg sacs or something like that. So probably we'll throw that away here shortly. But that looks like that's about all that's in here. So didn't find anything too crazy. Was hoping for maybe some more old wood lures or something like that, but I will get this box cleaned up. As you can see, the inside of the box, it's a little bit rough. But I'll get that cleaned up and get it listed for sale. So if you have any questions or want anything out of this box, let me know. And I'll have it all listed on eBay here shortly. But if you want something outside of eBay, let me know and I can make a deal for you.